Hello everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with your Monday to Friday update for Bitcoin and XRP. I met a subscriber today here in Morocco and we had a fabulous time. It's getting kind of late and he didn't think I'd be able to get this video for you done today, but I like a challenge. So here we are, I can do it. Before I jump into Bitcoin, I just want to remind you, this is your last chance to register for this event. It's tomorrow at midday Eastern Standard Time. I'll be presenting some recent research I've done on Elliott Wave, and I'll put that in context with my Elliott Wave analysis for Bitcoin. So click on the link below, you'll go to this page, there's me. I'm going to be presenting at midday, bunch of other presenters, whole bunch of free stuff. You won't get access to it if you're not registered. So click on the link below and register now. Jumping into Bitcoin, last week I was pointing out this pennant pattern. Pennants and flags are reliable continuation patterns. Continuation means angle of entry, same as angle of exit. I was looking for a breakout, which I said should be a close above this resistance line. We got that. On the 23rd of August, price closed well above this point, taken the breakout point at 61,699. I calculate a target for you at 75,213 for the next upward run following that pennant pattern. It won't necessarily move in a straight line, but we shouldn't have really big, deep pullbacks along the way. And if this target is wrong, I think it might be a bit too high because we're going to see strong resistance about 73,100. Now, it is possible the price could just rip right through resistance at 73,100 and close above it. If it does, then look for resistance at 75,213. I think what's more likely is next time price gets up to resistance, either at the pink trend line or slightly below, or 71,500, 73,100, we're going to see a pullback before price is able to break through, and then maybe a pullback to support before it moves up and away. This rectangle, which we've been following for 6 months now, is very mature. The breakout is going to come sooner rather than later. That upward breakout from the pennant does have support from volume, so you can have confidence in that upward breakout, because this session has an increase in volume beyond sessions immediately prior. We have a short-term bullish signal from on-balance volume as it breaks above the short-term yellow resistance line, but that only had 3 tests, a bit of a slope, and wasn't long held, so that's a pretty weak bullish signal. If on-balance volume can break above the next yellow resistance line, that would again be a very weak bullish signal, because this line only has 3 tests and it's got quite a strong slope. ADX is declining, there's no clear trend at this time frame. Price is moving higher, it's not yet at resistance. Stochastics is now fully entered oversold. Let's expect price to continue higher to resistance and stochastics to remain oversold for a little longer before this current upward swing comes to an end. So bought, that model of stochastics plus support and resistance at this time frame, at this time, is still bullish. My Elliott Wave count for XRP expects a little bit of a pullback, and I keep saying I think it might be a short, sharp downward shock, a short, sharp wick down potentially to 50 cents, but in the first instance, I don't think it's going to close above 55 cents. There's fairly strong support in that area, and if price does get down to 55 cents, it's possible Minuet 2 could just be a sideways combination. So far I'm going to label it a double zigzag because that's a much more common structure. W, X, and now we need to see Y, and the purpose of a subsequent zigzag in a multiple is to move beyond the end of the first, so Y should move below the end of W. But Minuet 2 could be a combination. We could have zigzag for W, X, we could be seeing a flash or a triangle for Y, and that would be just sideways movement. That's also possible, it just has a lower probability because that structure has a lower rate of occurrence. That's the kind of data I'm going to go over in my research when I do that presentation tomorrow afternoon or evening my time, unfortunately. If 2 continues lower, it may not move beyond the start of 1 below 0.4322. Very quickly, technicals for XRP, it broke above what was resistance at 58 cents, now finding support there. Let's see what happens next time it attacks resistance at 62 cents. If it can move below support at 58, look out for another test of support at 55 cents, and if we do see a move below that, I would expect it to be a sharp wick like this, and find support at 46. Right now, price is moving sideways with resistance at 62 and support at 58. Volume to the last short-term high was strongly pushing price higher, but now price is moving sideways and a little bit lower, and overall volume is declining. This supports for the very short term the Elliott Wave count that expects support at 55 cents and maybe 48 cents may again be tested for the short term. For the very short term, XRP has given us a bullish signal from on-balance volume with a break above this resistance line, which has 3 tests. I don't know if you really want to count this as a test, so it's only got 3 tests. It's got a little bit of a slope, a little bit long held, not too brief, not too long. So it's a somewhat weak bullish signal, maybe coming down to test support, but if the current session closes red, on balance volume is going to move back below that yellow resistance line, and then I'm going to have to readjust it to sit like that. Right now, this is how it should sit, but the current session is moving lower. If it does close red, we will have that line negated and we have to adjust that line. It'll still be within a range, although then the range would be widening when we may not get a signal. ADX is giving us a really bullish signal. It's risen up from below 15 relatively low levels. It's got a positive slope. The positive DX line is above the negative. ADX tells us XRP is now in the very early stages of a new upward trend. This is the strongest bullish signal ADX can give. RSI is neutral. There's a long way to go before it reaches overbought. Money flow is neutral. A ways to go before that too reaches overbought. So there's a very long way to go before this new upward trend reaches extreme territory. Doesn't mean we can't have a short-term pullback as the Elliott Wave account expects. It means overall, expect overall upward movement from XRP. And that's it for me today with your quick update. I hope you all had a lovely weekend.